What is up, guys? Welcome to the very first episode of the Python tutorial. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be learning Python from start to finish. So this tutorial is a very beginner friendly tutorial, which means we're starting from the very basics, from the hello world basics, which means if you have no idea of Python, you're still welcome to join the party and continue your learning progress. So basically, we're going to start with the very basics. What exactly is Python? Of course, if you click this video, you already have some idea of what Python is and you want to learn more. Well, basically, Python was first released in 1991 and it can be used for a number of things. It can be used for web development, software development, maths, system scripting, and a whole lot more. So, what exactly can Python do? Um, of course, if you want to learn Python, you need to know what exactly it can do. Python can be used for a variety of things. Python can be used on a server to create web applications. It can be used alongside software to create workflows. It can connect to database systems. It can also read and modify files. It can be used to handle big data and perform complex maths, which means Python is good for data science, it's good for software development, it's good for web development, it's good for database management, it's good for a lot of things. So what you just need to do is learn Python, and you can figure out the rest on your own, since with Python you can literally branch out to a lot of things. You can branch to web, you can branch to data science, you can branch to machine learning, you can branch to a whole lot of things. That is awesome. So basically, uh, why should you use Python for all of this? If you want to use web development, why don't you just go for traditional languages like PHP and Node and the rest? Well, basically, Python works on different platforms. It works on Windows, Mac, Linux, Raspberry Pi, a lot of things, which means no matter the machine that you're using, you can be able to run Python easy, no problem at all. So basically, throughout this tutorial, what we're going to be using is Python 3. So you need to follow along with Python 3. For you to follow along, you need to install Python. All you just need to do is go to python.org and download the latest version. For some machines, especially if you're using Linux, Python comes inbuilt. If you're using a older version, you might have Python 2. Because we're not going to be using Python 2 in this tutorial, you should update to Python 3 since the latest version is Python 3.9. If you want to check, maybe you have Python installed already, all you need to do is simple. Open your command line or git bash and just type in Python and the flag version. It should give you a version. As you can see, mine is 3.9.5, which is the latest version. You guys can go ahead and check that out too. So the next thing that you need to know is, where exactly can you run Python? Well, you can run Python on basically any IDE or a code editor ever. So, but the thing is, it varies from expert level to beginners. Throughout this tutorial, I am going to be using a software called Python. The only reason why I'm using the software is because it is easy to navigate, as all you just need to do is click run and we can see our output. So it's very easy to navigate and we can see every single thing inside the IDE. But as a beginner, before you install anything, if you want to run Python after you've installed Python, of course, all you need to do is simple. You can use even the simplest notepad to run your Python code. So all you just need to do is very simple. You can just open up your Python, write a very basic code like print hello world. I'm still going to explain what exactly this does. As you guys already know, if you're familiar with any programming language, you know this is tradition. So all you need to do is save it. I'm just going to save mine at desktop. Click all files and make it hello.py. So all you just need to do is click save, and that's about it. As you can see, it's already over here. You guys can see that it's already on your desktop. So all you need to do is save that to your desktop and it will already change to a Python source file. So if you want to run the code, all you just need to do is open up your command line or git bash on your desktop area and type Python plus the name of the file, Python, then hello.py, and it should give you an output. As you can see, it brought out the hello world, the output of the code we wrote. So basically, you can use a Notepad and you can use Python. If you guys want to install Python, all you just need to do, I'm gonna put the link down below. All you just need to do is go to jetprince.com/python and download the free version. So basically, the code that we wrote, we want to start from the beginning. Hello world Python. So for the first thing to know before you start running your code is that you need to understand the syntax. Throughout this tutorial, what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be making sure you understand what we're doing instead of cramming the syntax. So basically, the code I wrote before print hello world is a very simple Python code that is used to display outputs to the console or to your screen, wherever it is that you're working with. Of course, we print the print function displays the what is in the middle of the parenthesis. The parenthesis is this two uh, commonly misplaced for as brackets, but they are not brackets, they're actually parentheses. So is whatever is in between those parentheses. If you want to display a couple of text, you have to enclose it in a double quote string. If you don't do that, it will not run. Assuming you just type hello world and expect it to give you an output, it will not give you an output, as it will just provide you an error, as you say, invalid syntax. I'm still going to explain why that is later on, but what you need to know is when you want to print out the text, it has to be enclosed in double quotes. You're still going to understand why that is. It has something to do with variables and data types. So we're going to explain that in the coming tutorial. This is the very first tutorial that we're doing. So in the next one, we are going to understand a whole lot more about Python. So basically, what we talked about in this video, we talked about what you can use Python, a brief introduction to Python, where you can run Python. You can use Notepad, or you can just go ahead and install Python, but because it's a Python IDE, of course, you are not going to use it to do anything complex. We are just going to open the main file after you've created your project, and we're just going to be using this main file to run all of our code and play with some syntax. Of course, you can continue using Notepad. I showed you how to run code in Notepad, and yeah, I'm gonna see you guys in the next tutorial. This is just the beginner, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more, make sure you subscribe, like, and yeah, comment what you guys think down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.